got a smile on your face. So turn up your speakers, lock it on your crispiest shoes. Welcome everyone, now let's find out what it do. What it do with your body, hooray. Hip hop, video games, topics that turn on the brain. What it do with your body, hooray.
What it do, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the podcast. As always, your host is here, Jabari Henry. I am with my usual crew. I'm with Daniel. I am with Andrew. And today, it's story time on the podcast. We're going to run through some stories from childhood, high school, whenever we decide to we pull from. So, I guess without any further ado, let's get started.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Get your popcorn.
I want to ask you guys a question.
What's up?
Let's hear it.
I want to know when you guys felt pure fear. And I'll
my
kick
God.
this off. Well, I want to hear when you guys have felt pure fear. I'll start because I don't think I've told anybody this story. So when I was a kid, my family and I, we would fly back and forth from Colombia a lot, especially during the summer.
Yeah.
So around this time, I'm like 8. My grandpa, he has farms out in the countryside, right? So he'll have like horses, cows. That's pretty much it. Major, like just big livestock, and so
I knew this
I would
about you, but that's cool.
Yeah. So I would always ride horses, but I was always too young, so someone always had to lead my horse. But like they're like, "Oh, you're 8 years old. You're old enough to ride alone without anybody leading the horse, right?"
Yeah.
So one day, it was a nice sunny day. They get me on a horse. I get some practice in. I'm riding on my own. You know, somebody watching me. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah. The horse is responding nice. It was great. You know, so. The next day, that same day, my grandpa's like, "Oh, we should all ride together. Let's have a family ride, right?" So it was like
How
me,
adorable, yeah.
my dad, my uncle, and my grandpa, and so we're all getting like they're getting the horses ready. So my dad rides on first, and he gets like a really like this beautiful like white maned
Beautiful
horse.
Stallion.
Yeah. He gets this beautiful horse, and it's very antsy, so it's always like ready to ride. Then my uncle and my grandpa get on, and then I don't remember the horse's name. I just remember my dad's horse specifically. But then they're like, "All right, save the mare for Danny. He's the baby. She's the easiest to ride. She's docile. Nothing will happen, right?"
Sounds legit.
Sounds legit.
Yes.
Sounds legit, right?
So we thought that was our first mistake, I'm guessing.
Oh. And this was the same horse I had ridden the day before, right? For my practice. This is the horse I've been practicing on because it's the sweetest horse. And this was always the horse I would ride as a kid. I would just have someone lead me. But anyways, I get on the horse, right? And I don't know what the fuck happened. Like something spooked the horse. Now, my parents say that one of the farm hands had come in on a motorcycle and like, you know, and spooked the horse.
Yeah.
That bitch took off with me on top.
Oh my God.
Bro, here I am, 8-year-old me, little like chubby kid with fucking like squid glasses on.
That mare said you're a man today. You're riding this.
You ready to feel real speed, bitch?
That thing took off with me on top. I clutched the horn of the fucking saddle and I'm screaming, Grandpa, come get the horse! Like just I'm crying, I'm bawling, I'm screaming. Look, I don't live in Colombia, right? So I don't know. I'm in the countryside. I don't know any of the fucking roads. Everything's a dirt road here. And like the fucking Amazon is like down the road. So here I am like, oh my God, this fucking horse is going to kidnap me. I'm going to fucking, I have to live out in the fucking, this is literally my 8-year-old head is like, I have to learn how to fucking hunt and survive in the jungle, bro. I'm going to be lost in the mountains for the rest of my life. This horse is kidnapping me. Somebody help me. And I'm shouting. So everybody can like keep up with me. And this horse, like nothing was keeping up. None of the other horses, nothing. Thankfully, holy crap, bro. the horse stops at an intersection
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, it's a
turns
red light.
around.
Oh,
And
true.
turns around, like literally
I was
makes
about
a
to say, at least it
U-turn.
knows like to look both ways or something, you know?
Bro, it stops at an intersection and turns around and is bolting back at my grandparents. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit somebody. This thing's gonna kill my family. What am I gonna do? I'm 8 years old. I don't know how to get on a plane by myself.
Yeah.
So I'm writing. It's writing, and then my grandpa does like this, like the most cowboy thing I've ever fucking seen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
His horse like rears up and blocks the road, you know,
Yeah.
and it stops mine. And at this point, I'm crying my fucking eyes out. There's snot. I'm hyperventilating. I'm a ruined mess. And then my dad picks me off the horse and they go to the farmhouse and I can't look anybody in the eye because I'm a fucking pussy and I freak the fuck out.
No.
It was
Aw.
testing your manhood, bro.
Bro.
It was testing your manhood
Bro.
that day.
No,
That was
I get
the
it.
last
He was
day.
about to go into the Amazon and never come out.
Bro, I was ready.
He was about to be Tarzan, bro. It was
Bro,
gonna be
I was
sick.
about to
He did.
I was about to be fucking Alan Parr from Jumanji, you know, the fucking Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
Roll
Oh
a
my
6 or an 8
God.
to get me out of the jungle, bro. Yeah.
Holy
So that was the
shit,
last
that's
time I
crazy.
felt pure unadulterated fear. Your turn.
Your grandpa got to be pretty cool though.
Oh yeah. Well, my grandpa
That's an
loves
opposite
Western
story for
movies.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
no,
grandpa
he got
loves
to live
Westerns.
out. I
He
saved the
got to live it
boy.
out.
Who
Yeah.
knows what could have happened?
If
Oh my
I was
God.
your grandpa, I'd bring that up every single time I talk to you.
Every time we talk, every time we're watching a movie, like
Yeah.
I just call him like oh my god, look, it's you every time because he looks like Harrison Ford to me. So
Oh,
I just
Aw.
point out it's Harrison. But yeah, that was, I think, the most recent time I have felt unadulterated fear.
You say most recent?
At least as far as I can remember.
Ever since then, not a single thought has stressed
I
the
haven't
neuron.
ridden a horse since. By the way,
That'll do it.
I have
You know
not
what's funny?
I've not touched a horse
I'll let
since.
you finish. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I just have not touched a horse since.
Okay.
Ever
Okay.
since.
Yeah. No, it's funny, Daniel.
What?
When you began and you asked the question, what was the last time you felt true fear? I honestly thought you were gonna reference another time, and you were involved in this situation. This is the last time I felt true fear.
Here we go.
I don't think Andrew knows this story. I can't wait to
Yeah,
talk to you.
Oh, he
Daniel
already
definitely
knows.
knows what this is.
I know what
I'm
it
ready.
Okay. Well, to set the scene, we were in, what was it, Tampa, I believe.
Yes. It
Yeah,
was
we were in
Tampa.
Tampa.
It was
I hitched a
you-
ride with you guys just to get out of town, hang out with. I think it was the first time we all took like a trip as guys together.
This was one of the
I'd like to
first
say?
times. Yeah. Besides, because I think this was prior to any Gainesville trips we had done.
Uh-huh,
yes,
exactly.
this was
So
the
this would have been
very-
like the first time.
This is the
Oh,
very
okay.
first time, and it was me, Jabari, and Nico.
And Nico. And what happened was we went up there. You guys went to like a Kyle concert. I didn't have any tickets, but I just wanted to come along for the ride.
Yeah. So little side note. Yeah. So little side note. Nico had bought for my birthday. I believe it was for my birthday. Yeah.
That makes
for
sense.
our
That makes
birthday.
sense.
We had
Mhm.
he had got Logic tickets, but
Yes.
but Kyle was opening for Logic, and at this point we were big Kyle.
I forget it
fans.
was I always forget it's a Logic concert and not
It
a
was a
Kyle
Logic
concert. That's all you guys
concert.
talked about.
Yeah. And the whole time we were like, who could relate? And then no one said quiet because we
Woo!
didn't like Logic. So Nico said, "Oh, we'll just go and see the half hour of Kyle and leave because we're not going to stick around because I don't like Logic.
That's
We don't like Logic."
hilarious.
I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's do it." So I remember booking the hotel, and then we asked Jabari if he wants to tag along. Obviously, he doesn't need to go to the concert, but he can
Yeah.
tag along with us.
Mm-hmm. Just for the ride,
yeah.
just for the vibes.
A little side note, yeah.
Yeah, but like while they're at this concert, I'm here. I'm back in the hotel. I'm setting up like the Wii U. You know if anyone
That's
remembers that
cool.
one, setting up the Wii U to play some Smash when they get back. And for those who do not know, I have multiple sclerosis. So and at the time, to regulate it, I had to take these shots where I had to inject myself. And I'll be honest, like Daniel, this hotel was shady. This hotel was shady.
Hear me
It was
out.
like
So,
what, like a two? It
at
was like a
this
2-star
point-
hotel.
It was like a 1 or 2-star hotel. At this point,
Obviously,
at this point,
obviously, you're poor. You don't got too much.
we
too much
were
money.
like in our first couple
broke
years of
as hell.
college. We had no money.
A case
Or
of the
like
wrong needles.
I was the only one with like a somewhat real job, but even then it was like a job you get out of like while you're at college, right?
Mhm.
I was busting tables at this point, and
I think honestly, I think at this point it was just me and you that actually had like legit jobs.
yeah. Nico didn't have a job, but he somehow got us the tickets. But I mean, it's logic, so it's probably not that expensive, anyways.
Dude, struggling artists, they
Damn.
always find a way.
Subtle diss.
Struggling artists, they always find a way.
Subtle. yeah. He always. I don't know where he got his money, but anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, it was not the best hotel.
That was the best hotel money could afford.
Yeah, at the time. But it wasn't the best hotel. That's the point of this. And earlier while they were out, the police showed up and started banging on like all the doors.
What the hell?
And like maybe the room above me or like somewhere close by. He's banging on the door like, "This is the police, open up now," just like. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. This is really where we are right now. That's wild,
bro.
I'm chilling, I'm whatever. But it's time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if like this was like one of these hotels where like dealings were done, because this was a fucking sketch ass hotel.
Yeah, it was shady as hell. It was shady.
It was
as
a
hell.
fucking like Super 8 off the side of like an exit or something like that.
Oh
I remember,
no, not the Super 8.
Yeah,
oh
I remember.
God.
I don't know if you remember this, Jabari, but I remember seeing like when we were pulling in the hotel, it was pretty much tucked away under the exit. Or no, it wasn't a Super 8. It was a red roof. It was a red roof inn.
Oh, that hotel holds some very nice and horrible memories for me.
Oh,
but anywho, I'm getting to the bad one. They are banging on the doors, and it's time for me to take my shot for my medication. So I set up the whole 9. I got, and then it's a needle. I got the needle. I'm ready to inject myself, and all of a sudden, I hear pounding on the door.
You too, bitch.
This is the police. Open up. Open up.
Open up. We know you're in there.
Now, obviously at this time, Jabari Henry, I'm a black male.
Oh God.
And at this time, a lot of shootings. I forget which like shooting at the time. The fact that I even have to say this.
I think
relate
Stoneman
shootings
Douglas
to like time periods.
Yeah, I think Stoneman Douglas happened at this point.
I think that happened like after this situation. I think
it was around this time. I remember.
But I remember things were getting really bad around this time.
Yeah.
Not like they're not bad now, but still. But black male, I'm in the shady hotel. I have my sleeves rolled all the way up to my shoulders, and I am injecting myself. Alone. Now, see, my first thought is, oh my God, he's going to see all of this crap if I open this door, and he's going to be like, what the hell is this? Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. He might shoot first, ask questions later.
What a dick move.
And
Seems self-explanatory to me.
Yeah. And I am freaking out. I am like debating in my mind, do I open this door? Do I not open this door? Do I open this door? Do I not? And he's getting louder and louder and louder and louder. And I'm like, okay. I again freaking out, don't know what to do. Eventually, I hear, dude, it's us. It's Danny and Nico. Pulling a prank on me, banging on the door, pretending to be a police officer. Now, I already had the thought that it was that it might have been the actual police because of
of course,
what was been happening earlier.
Might as well just check every room or some.
So
shit.
I walk up, I angrily open the door. And I'm saying everything. I'm like, screw you, I hate you, F you, all this kind of stuff. And as this is happening, right, and like I'm starting to like try to calm down, I notice my legs are shaking like crazy. I was genuinely afraid.
Oh, dude,
I
for
was
real though.
genuinely scared for my life.
This man laughing.
And yeah, exactly. And every time I tell this story, they laugh
It's
at
so
me.
funny, bro.
They laugh at me.
Bro, okay, because
Oh
take
my
it from my
God.
point of view. Take it from Nico and I's perspective, right? We had just come home. We had just left the concert, right? We're like, oh, Jabari, we're on our way. We're gonna get.
Hmm.
Let's go get right. Be ready when we get you, because we're gonna go get food, right? So
Hmm.
I was like, oh, Jabari doesn't know how far the concert is. We can fuck with him. He's like, and Nico's like, yeah, obviously, like our chaotic energy is in sync at this point. So I was
Yeah,
like, follow
fuck
my
you.
lead. And I go, boo, boo, boo. This is the police. Open up.
Oh my God.
Nico and I are high up the adrenaline. We had a great time. We thought it was going to be like a funny laugh. He's like, oh my God, you guys scared me. Oh my God. We
I do
come
not
in,
speak like that. How dare
we
you?
see Jabari literally like hunched, like hunched over with a needle in his hand. Like, bro, what the fuck?
I was ready to cry, legitimately.
This was like
Oh
one of the few
my
times Jabari's ever
God.
hit me.
Yeah, it's one of the few
Holy
times,
shit.
like ever, I felt legit fear
and rage.
and rage. So
Oh
many
my
emotions
God.
went through at that time because it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then it's, oh my God, thank God it's Daniel and Andrew. Then it's like, it's Daniel and Andrew.
Bro,
Then I open
Close,
the
it was
door
Daniel
and
and
I'm mad at my
Nico, but
friends.
close.
And then there's the relief. And then there's the realization, wow, oh my God. Jesus,
my
I might have even had a heart attack at that moment.
Nico and I were like, oh my
Embarrassing.
God, we didn't know the cops were here. What the hell? What do you mean the cops were here? And then we looked at each other and then we started laughing because I was like, oh my God, that's fucking great. That was the best idea we had all day.
I'll tell you,
Holy
Daniel,
shit.
sometimes I look at you and I think about that and I get even mad. I get madder.
Still
Sometimes.
not over
Every
it.
time bro, this
Still
is one
not
of the
over it,
funniest
bro.
things. This was one of the funniest things. That was a great trip, by the way.
I hate you. Shut up.
Oh, I
I'm
thought that
thinking
was a
about it.
great trip.
I'm thinking about it now. Shut up.
That was a great trip. I had a lot of fun, and I bet Nico had a lot of fun. I thought
Now
it
Listen,
was
Jabari's
great.
thinking of
listen.
the anger, not the fear.
80% of that trip was wonderful. 20% that was bad was all that moment and me thinking about it.
Oh my God. I remember we went to Buffalo Wild Wings after, and he
Did
just
we?
gave us this like scowl. like as our adult chicken nuggets came, he's like, I hate you guys. I hate you.
Nom 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 nom
No, no, no,
nom.
no, no, no. Honey
Oh
garlic.
my
I don't know
Jesus.
anyone that can be mad eating some chicken nuggets, but I understand.
Andrew,
I almost understand.
you were never as mad as I was this day.
I
Oh
truly
my
don't
God.
think so. I don't think I've ever reached that level of anger.
Mhm.
What about fear?
So dude, you said that, and I already have the number one story to tell, like just instantly.
What's up?
I'll never
What's
forget
up?
being 9 years old. I was at school, and this kid was saying that his grandpa was a ghost hunter, and that one of the ghosts finally got him and ripped open his chest cavity and was throwing guts and his heart everywhere, and they found him like gorged.
Andrew,
Yeah.
Andrew,
Mhm.
quick question.
Uh-huh.
What grade was this?
This was 4th grade,
Oh, they're peak liars. Okay, continue.
right? Well, you see, Andrew knows nothing about lying. I mean, how do you lie, right? And
No,
so,
dude, you're a fourth
What
grader.
is
That's
a
how.
lie?
That's the best. That's the best time you know how to lie, bro. That's like lying university.
nah, my parents were way too good at catching me with that shit. Eventually, I just gave up. I just
Dude, you
gave
just go
up.
to
I don't know how to lie now.
elementary school. You go to elementary school and you're just like, yeah, my cousin's Beyonce.
Well,
Like,
shit. I
wow,
mean, that's
really?
cool. You get
Seriously? I'm like,
tickets?
yeah. They take. She takes me to concerts all the time. She's taking me one tomorrow. Beyonce is nowhere near Florida.
But we
You
got
know,
like
like
that
that.
project due tomorrow. How are you gonna do both? Like, I'm just plain confused. How do you juggle this?
Again, lying university. But continue.
Right? And so like when he described that, I was like, well, that's absolutely fucking horrifying, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
reason he brought this up is because there was this St. Augustine trip that the school of 4th graders was going on, And I was about to go on this like
I went on that
sleepover
trip.
trip until the teacher said, "Yeah, you're gonna be sleeping in the fort with all the ghosts, and you can hear the ghosts wailing through the wall." And I was like, "Nope, I'll
Your
be
teachers are
chilling.
assholes, bro.
what
No
a
problem.
what a
I'll be
dick
chilling.
move.
I will be gladly
Good on them though.
sleepy
Good on them
weepy."
though.
And so I don't go on the trip. I go home. It's time to go night nights. I'm going to sleep. And
Mm-hmm.
basically I have this Superman clock that's pointing at the ceiling, right? It's like a nightlight
Mm-hmm.
slash clock.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at it. And the reason that's significant is because you can't tell time in your dreams. So I'm glad I didn't look, because if this shit was real, I I can't, bro. But so anyway, what happens is I can't sleep. It's super late. My bed
Mm-hmm.
faces my closet, and I'm just like looking at my stuffed animal, just kind of like, moving it side to side and like sitting there bored. And then all of a sudden, my closet creaks open so slowly. So slowly, it just inches forward and makes one slight crick at the very end of that like movement. And I just move my stuffed animal to the side, and I'm like, there's no, it was
There's
bewildering.
no
I
way,
could
right?
not believe my eyes. And before I could even think of like what I processed, the closet
Mm-hmm.
just swings open. Both of
Oh
them
my
just
god.
fly the fuck open, and there's nothing there. But the closet just flew open. I just back up onto my freaking bed, like my headstand, and I just like try to back up and get away. And I feel this huge gush of wind just hit me all at once, and it blacks out. I
Yeah.
wake up pencil style on the floor right next to my bed. Not one step away, just like right next to the bed on the floor, pencil style. I remember waking up and keeping my eyes closed. I woke up with my eyes fucking closed because I was so scared that the ghost was like looking at me from like above, and I felt like the cold, hard ground on my back. And I'm like, where the fuck am I? I had no idea like I was still in my room or anything, or like why am I on the floor? And it took me half an hour to finally run for help. I just gathered the courage after swallowing for like half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I learned like you swallow when you're scared. It's not a like
Yeah.
Scooby Doo thing. And I just screamed for my parents, fucking help me at 9 years old, because I thought the
No.
ghost was gonna fucking get me. And I was so scared of like what happens in your dreams when you try to like yell or punch. It's super
Yeah.
quiet, or like your punches are so slow. I was scared like my voice was gonna get taken away. Oh my god, I was so fucking terrified. And then I
Okay.
slept for
Yeah.
like a week with like a whole bunch of plastic swords and lightsabers in my bed. That's the only way I could get
Mm.
to sleep.
I'm noticing there's one thing I'm kind of confused on in your story.
Hmm.
What was it?
Dude, what the fuck? What am I supposed to know? The shit. I don't
I'm
even know
waiting.
if it's
I was
real.
waiting for you to say like I was waiting for you to say like, oh, it was just like my pet dog or
Oh,
something.
dude, I
You know, like
fucking wish.
creeped out the door or
I wish it
something,
was little Poochie.
and it
What
never
the hell?
came.
No, I woke up on the floor and I had to run to
I
my parents' room. But you know what? My closet was open.
I have a
Jeez.
question.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
do you still have that Superman clock, and can I have it?
No,
Wow.
I do not
Wow.
have it, unfortunately. But that shit was super lit. Super lit. I'm not even gonna
I
stunt,
bet.
bro. That shit was awesome. I
Here,
wish I still
here,
had it.
here we are, Jabari and I telling like somewhat funny stories because it's like inconsequential to us. Like, oh my god, Andrew's here out here like scaring us like it's Halloween night.
It was harrowing.
Dude, what is spooks with Jabari Henry? Oh my god.
Dude, that shit was intense. And
Bro, like, where's this house? You want me to go in there? I'll be like Ghost Adventures. We'll catch it.
oh,
No thanks.
Who
thankfully we
said you had to
lost it in
come?
the recession. The
We'll
end.
get
Never have to go in
lost
there
in the
again.
recession. Dude, I'll be like a
Even
Ghostbuster.
better.
You know, what's it called? Ghost Adventures. I got it for you. No
That
one hurts
fucking
my
anime
Andrew.
ghost stories.
Oh my god, that shit is so funny, bro.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely
Okay,
brutal experience.
let me pivot from this spooky energy.
Please.
This spooky scary energy. Let me pivot. Let me tell you about the time where I swore off that I'd never not just walk up to a girl and say how I feel. Mhm. Let me tell you about this story.
Broken man.
Now, at this time, it was about like 8th grade. I'm going there with Alejandro and Logan. We go to
Oh God.
we go to we go to Regal, and we're going to go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's so fire. Anyway, at this time, Regal actually had money, and AMC didn't come out, so it wasn't run down. So there's actually there's actually multiple ticket booths.
Wow, can you imagine?
So yeah, right? Can you imagine, especially how it looks now? Yeah. Anyway, but all three of us went to separate booths. Alejandro, I believe, went to like a far right. Logan went in the middle. I went to the left. Now, here I am, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling godly. You know what I mean? I'm walking up. I got the
Big dick
jorts on. I got the jorts on. I got that Sasuke Uchiha anime t-shirt, because that's just how I was built, different, not like anybody else. And I walk up and I see, to this day, one of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in my life.
He's gonna shed a tear.
Bro, I walked up, I saw her, and I froze. And she's looking at me. She's like, "Hi, welcome to Rico. How can I help you?"
Oof.
And I'm like, I'd like I'd like to see 10 Cloverfield Lane, please. That's how I'm writing right there. That's how I'm writing. Literally, Daniel, literally. The whole dry heaving. And the thing is, the sweetheart, she's probably thinking in her mind, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Jesus Christ.
Aww.
But she's like, oh, no problem. And she looks down. And she's like, wow, is that a Sasuke Uchiha shirt? Is that Sasuke? Is that Sasuke?
Damn,
I love
Sasuke.
Naruto. Now, at this moment, because back in like middle school, I'd be bewildered. Any girl told me she watched anime, or let alone watch Naruto or anything like that. 'Cause, girls don't do that. They like Barbie and shit. I was an idiot
For
back
real.
back in the good old days.
Back in the days of cooties, right? So I'm watching. So she says this, and I'm just like, oh God, there's no way. Girls like this don't exist.
And then he
And she's like, I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, And she's like, oh, that's cool. She's like, what's your favorite story? What's your favorite little arc thing? She's like, I like the tuning exams. I'm like,
tuning exam.
and I'm just looking at her. I'm like, I like when they say Sasuke.
Yeah. This is like the cringe you would get on The Office.
I'm trying to take an exam on your coochine. That's what I would have said.
What the fuck?
Daniel, this is my life. This is my life. That's at one point. And I say this, and she's like, yeah, that one's cool. Like, okay, well, here's your ticket. Enjoy your movie. I'd look at her, dead in her eyes. These were the straightest words I said to her the entire time, right?
I know.
Like no dry heaving, no like coughing,
with conviction.
No, with conviction.
Here comes the Riz, Andrew. Here comes the Riz.
Here comes the Riz. Again, she says, well, here's your ticket. Enjoy your movie. And I say, you too. And I walk and I take that walk of shame. The back of my mind, I'm thinking, honestly, bro, you might as well toss yourself off a building, dude. after
Riz
that
a clock,
performance,
my guy.
Suicide
that
is
performance?
understandable.
This is what you're coming with? And I'm like, the entire time, I go to get my popcorn. Back of my mind, you too. John Goodman giving the performance of a lifetime. Back of my mind, you
Enjoy
too.
your popcorn.
Movie ends, right? Movie ends. I throw my popcorn away. You too.
You gotta go back out
Now
into
I'm
the
thinking-
real world, face your mistakes.
Yeah. No, literally, that was my thought process. So I leave the theater. And I'm like, no, I can't go out like this. I can't go out like this, bro. Not me. So I start walking back, conviction, vigor, adrenaline,
Riz!
energy.
No stuttering.
Riz.
You too.
No stuttering. Yeah. So again, I'm going ready to talk to her. I go to the booth. She's not there.
Oh,
I look at all the other booths.
she must be busy watching her movie. No, Jabari, she was
remember when
behind
I
you the
told-
whole time watching 10 Cloverfield Lane. She was waiting for you to turn around, Jabari.
Yeah, then just be like, wow, you're right. This movie's great.
I'm so glad I'm enjoying
I'm
this
so
movie
glad I
with
watched
you.
this movie.
Oh my god. The pain, the suffering.
I cannot breathe.
Oh my god.
Oh
Because
my
this
God.
happens. And after that, I'm like, no. I can't go. This can't be me. This can't be me. This will never happen to me ever again. If there's a girl that I like, if there's
This
a girl
man
that I
is
like,
having a
This
fucking
man
I
is
am
lying
going
to
to-
himself.
I'm going to tell her straight up. Yo, I'm the man. I'm top billing. You can't touch me. No guy can touch me.
Oh Lord.
Again, I'm the Wizard of Oz, That was me after this. Wizards of Waverly Place. Freaking
No
Mordecai
way.
and Risby.
This
That's
man
me.
I just want to point out for just to kick a man while he's down.
Hmm
That was a lie.
Again, Daniel, again, I was about to say,
Bro.
the very next year, met a girl. What happened? Hi.
You can
Yeah.
bet damn sure that bitch enjoyed her movie too.
But I did ask eventually. All
4
right,
years
Riz
later.
game up. Took me 4 years, but Riz game up.
Let's
I did
go.
ask eventually.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
We're built different around here. We're
we all
built
have
different.
we all have embarrassing girl stories.
Not me.
Sure.
I don't think I fumbled a single time.
Andrew,
No,
motherfucking Hamilton, bro.
Andrew's just different. You gotta understand. Andrew's just different, bro. Andrew's just different.
I
You know
don't.
what? I'll save.
I don't
I'll
know
save him
which
the-
girl story to pick if we're talking about embarrassing ones.
Daniel,
you know what?
you gotta
I'll-
remember, he's Mordecai and Risby, dude. That's what he is.
I'll save him the embarrassment, and I'll talk about that time that our history teacher just dropped a bomb on us.
Oh
Ready?
yes.
What?
Oh my god. So around this is I think junior year in high school,
Mhm.
and first day I walk in, and I was like, oh my god, I have fucking Andrew in my class. Let's go.
Let's go.
We dap up, we hug, we sit next to each other front row because we're good students.
Mm-hmm.
And our teacher walks in, one of the most handsome motherfuckers in the whole school,
Oh,
and all the
facts.
girls are like, "Oh my god!" Like he was one of those teachers.
I'm trying to think which one this is because this could be at least 4 of them.
Anyways, so the first day, right? we go. You know how teachers do like us, like they like to do a slideshow about like themselves, just to like get to know me, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
man
yeah.
came off as the most wholesome, loving dad and husband. You know, he goes like, "Oh, I married my high school sweetheart. Yeah, we got two beautiful, loving kids. Yeah, I
Mhm.
take them to baseball. I take my wife out on dates frequently.
For
You know,
real.
because I'm there. I'm there for my family. Yeah, he's built like a wholesome husband.
Mhm.
Anyways, um, I think like some time passes, a couple months pass. I think this was Valentine's Day, and so me and Andrew, we've gotten to know our teacher a little bit. He's a nice guy. And I go, "Hey, mister, so you got any plans? You know, like just making small talk. You got any plans for the wife? You know, Valentine's Day is coming up." And I know if I know you, you know, you are romantic, you soft, you nice, you open up. And then Andrew's like, "Yeah, bro, I bet you got something way planned up your sleeve, right?"
Ugh.
And and this guy stands up, comes in front of us, he comes up to our table, looks us dead in
Yeah.
the eye, and says, "Nah, man, I'm going through a divorce."
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I just said, oh, that's
And then
Daniel,
Andrew
not
and
what
I
I
Daniel,
went.
Daniel.
expected.
Our faces went from like smiling, like oh we know you got this, to like our heartbroken, depressed, sad. All the girls in the
Question.
class were ecstatic, but
Jesus Christ! Wow.
because
Oh
they
my
all
God.
thought, "Oh my god, I have a chance with him," but we're like, "Damn, this dude just got his heart broken."
Unfortunately,
This
they
guy's
did
like
have a chance with him.
Who said that?
I don't know, bro. That wasn't me. Oh, so yeah,
Yes.
this man's face looked like this man's face literally went through hell. Like you could see he hasn't, like if you looked at his face, he hasn't
He hasn't slept
slept,
in days.
and he hasn't slept. He's just crying. And then months later, we see him risen up one of the math teachers.
He's back out there.
Okay, I know. Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about
You know
now.
exactly who this is.
I know
Zaddy
exactly
on
who
the
you're talking about
prowl.
now.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I have another funny story about Andrew in that class too, actually.
Here we go. I don't know. Well, okay, yeah. You might as well take it away,
Mhm.
or I can.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
you
No,
might as well.
no,
No,
let
no, no,
Andrew
no,
do it.
go
Let
Is it
ahead.
Andrew
the
do it. Andrew hasn't
story?
Yeah,
talked yet.
Andrew, this
Yeah.
is your
Is
story
it the
about
story we're
how.
all thinking about?
I think so. I think so because this is another
Honestly,
prominent
I have
story
no
in this
clue,
class.
so I'm excited to hear.
Okay. Long story shortest, quote unquote. Ever since sixth grade, I was so into this girl. She was fine as hell. She was team
Yeah.
captain of like more sports than even existed. Best in our band type shit. Like, bruh, like I was like, damn, and she fine. So I had this
Betty
unrequited
alert.
crush for 5 years, right? 5 years, see this
Uh-huh.
girl around the halls,
I
God
just
forbid I
I
say a
just want
word
to
to
point
her.
out.
Don't
I
think
just
I'm
want to point out.
crazy. hmm
I just want to point out. 5 years at this point in your life is like almost majority of your life.
Yeah, from 11 to 16, a good
That's
30%
like a
almost.
third.
Yeah, basically. So I get out of
He's
like
known
fifth
nothing else.
period. It's like a month or two into the school year, and I
Mm-hmm.
see her in the hall, and I'm like, oh damn, it's Batty on the prowl, right? And then the
Yeah.
next day, get out of the fifth period, and she's there again. I was like, oh,
No. It wasn't on the way out of fifth period.
yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. Because I'll tell you why. It was on the way. It was on the way to fifth period.
You're tripping. I'm telling you,
Nah, I
that's
ain't
not
tripping,
it.
dog. All right, continue.
Well, it
Daniel,
was
this is his
after
trauma.
fifth period.
I think he'll remember it.
How much money
This
have I spent
trauma.
on this therapy? On this fucking moment? But anyway, yeah, so like I leave this class and I see she's leaving out of the class right next to ours. And I said, oh my God, this is my moment. I have to talk to her, else I'm gonna kill myself. I can't live my life
Uh-huh.
without talking to this girl at least once. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, it cue 2 good months of unfortunately following her from like 20 feet away and being like, what do I say? What do I say? Until she's gone. And I'm like, well, better luck next time.
There's always tomorrow.
Always
Literally.
tomorrow.
So we go from like September to February. And I still have not said a single word to this girl. And I'm like, well, fuck, right? And so basically,
You're playing the long game. You're playing the long game. It's okay.
there's no game. I got 0 points on the board, dude. Like, and so our school is selling roses for Valentine's Day that get delivered to the people. And so,
Mhm.
right, I'm ready. I'm like, I got the perfect idea. I asked one of her friends, I was like, what does she like? And they say she likes dogs, pizza, and corny jokes. I say, bet. I know exactly
That's
what
half
to
of my
do.
personality.
I'm
Let's
ready for it.
go.
I'm ready for it. So I take the longest time to draw a card of a puppy with a piece of pizza in its mouth that's the slice is as big as the puppy, and the puppy is just like so content with the pizza.
Mhm.
And it says,
Yeah.
you got a pizza in my heart. I leave the
Ooh,
number at the
Oh.
bottom, bro.
Rizzy
Oy.
McGuire over here. Oh my
Rizzy
god.
McGuire.
Cannot be tamed, right? So
Uh-huh.
I go up to order the rose. Shit is expensive, like $10. That's a whole Chipotle bowl. And so, but you know, I really like this girl. So
That's your life savings.
I can hear all the girls already. Oh,
I know. Ladies. And so I order it, right? And I'm like, please attach this card to the rose. And they just kind of like grab it and like put it in a pile. And I was like, oh, well, are you gonna attach that? And like, oh yeah. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Give it 2 days, they deliver the roses. You can bet this girl got a rose with an empty note on it. No card, no nothing. She got straight up a rose. And I was the only one to have bought her a rose in the entire school. And it came with no note.
So you're in there.
No, they left the note. So all she got was the rose. And I wanted to strangle.
Oh, so she didn't know.
Yeah. She's like, I got this rose with literally a blank rose. And I wanted to strangle myself. And that's it. I wanted to strangle myself. So
that's the worst.
Literally, the whole weekend, I remake the card to be even better than the original. I perfect it. And I give it to the same friend that told me. I went above and beyond. And I said, give her this card, please. And so she is actually out for 3 days with bronchitis. So this is like 6 days now that the effect has completely worn off. It's gone.
That's just a buildup. That's just a buildup, bro. That's just a buildup.
And he gives her the card, right? And then we are in fifth period. It's me and Daniel with Mr. Divorce, R.I.P. And so I know, like, my friend gave her the card in fifth period. I'm just like, I'm waiting. It's about to happen, you know, the magic.
Plotting, right? Waiting.
I just want to point out, this is what I do remember. I just want to point out that Andrew was so, like, excited and ecstatic.
Oh, I knew that card was fucking killer, bro.
He was like the happy bro.
Put his soul in that thing, bro.
Bro, you could say like somebody had died. He wouldn't care. He was the happiest of men because he was high on love, my guy.
Fact.
He was there. He was present. He had a relationship in the future.
Oh,
you know,
my
wife,
God.
kids, commitment.
He was already playing their children's names and everything. You know,
exactly.
Guys, don't be crazy. Chris and Amanda. And so I'm waiting on my I'm waiting at my phone. I'm staring, and then boom, the text hits. Hey, smiley face, exclamation point. It's me. Name. And I said, dude, I can't believe I'm in love, you know?
Hey, baby,
And
I was expecting this. How long?
I was like, hey, you know, what you think of the card? And she said, I liked it. You're a really sweet guy. I'm not interested in guys.
I remember now.
That is verbatim what the text said. It is burnt into my mind. I will never have those neurons back. I will never have those neurons back.
I remember.
And so
sorry.
I remember, like, our class was playing like a Jeopardy game, and like not even a minute after I read that text, and you know, my future was shattered. Poor Chris and Amanda. The divorce teacher, he's like, Andrew, what is something history old white guy? And I was like, old white guy number 2. And he's like, that's correct. Because, you know, I still hit those, but I was depressed.
Of course. Never
So-
miss, never miss.
And to end this story, I get on the bus. It's my friend that delivered the note, and I was like, "Dude, you're not gonna tell me she's not into guys?" And he's like, "What?" And I show him the text, and he's like, "Oh, there's no way. She's had like 4 or 5 boyfriends before."
Oh no.
Oof.
The end.
Oh no.
Oh,
I just want to point
it
out
was great.
that he goes from this peppy, happy guy, like, Chris and Amanda, to basically what
Just saying, I would not
basically-
pick those
exactly-
names. Those are the 2 names I
Bro.
thought of at the top of my head just now.
exactly
Uh-huh.
exactly
Those are
he
the
went
exa-
from peppy Andrew to basically what our teacher was that same week.
That is
Destroyed.
Oh my God. That was a week of heartbreak. Jesus Christ.
Bro, I was I'm laughing now, but I was
Went
I
from
was
Jackson
upset
5 to Lincoln Park real quick.
with him. Bro, I remember Andrew literally put his legs up on the chair and kind of went into a fetal position and just answered the question all
Oh
depressed.
no. Oh no.
I was shocked.
To say the
and,
least.
and Andrew always had that black jacket. He just curled up into a ball.
I was like, "There's no way, bro. There's
This can't happen. This can't happen to me.
Masaka!
I'm Andrew Hamilton. I'm Andrew Hamilton.
Oh my god.
Okay. On that note, I want to thank you guys for sharing your stories. I want to thank our audience for listening. And this has been a fun episode.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do this again for sure sometime. We're gonna do this again for sure. But yeah. On that note, though, as always, get your money up, not your funny up.
Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else.
Yeah, that's it.
Twitter,
As of now.
Instagram,
Twitter, Insta, TikTok.
All the
TikTok,
socials.
What
We're on
to Do
TikTok?
podcast.
All the socials.
What to do?
We got all that stuff. All that stuff will be in the description of all of those services. So hey, check us out.
We'd
Get
love
your
to
money
see
up,
you
not your
there.
funny up. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.